Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Nicole. I play Jack on Van Helsing, and I'm hanging with your boy Galaxy on Comic-Con Radio.
I had a dream once. Our world had ended. Vampires had taken over. And I was the only one that could stop them. It was no dream. I'm nothing special.
Somebody thought you were.
You want me? Here I am.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Galaxy signing in for Comic-Con Radio. Coverage of pop culture events from around the globe. Amazing interviews with celebrities. Daily recaps and reviews of popular television. Movie reviews. Everything Comic-Con and fandom from around the globe. Comic-Con Radio. Get ready to enter our universe. Let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is your boy Galaxy on another amazing episode of Comic-Con Radio. Today, we have an amazing young lady. Now, I say today. Today, I've had like 5 interviews already. But this one, I was waiting for because this is a cool gal. I actually met her at Comic-Con in San Diego. She was just like sitting there all quiet. And I was like, hey, what's your name? And she said, hey, I'm Nicole Munoz, and I'm on Van Helsing. I was like, booyah, what's up? So we have her today on the show, and we welcome you, Nicole. How are you? Welcome to Comic-Con Radio.
Oh, thank you. What a reception. I'm honored.
You like that, huh?
I love that. That was a great intro. That's
I guarantee I'll give you that kind of reception every time.
Oh, thank you.
So you're in Canada right now, and you said it's sunny over there. How sunny is it?
Sure is. Pretty sunny. It's about as sunny as it was in San Diego. It's minus the awesome beachfront views, you know?
So it's been sunny. It's
Great.
been cool. You're back home in Canada. Are you a native Canadian, or you just live there now because of the TV series?
Born and raised.
Born and raised Canadian. Wow. So Canada is
Our
so
series,
lucky.
Our series is filming like 4 blocks from where I grew up, like in my childhood home.
Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Full circle.
Full circle. Canada is so lucky now. Canada has all these amazing studios making these amazing fandom shows, and it's basically known as like the second Hollywood to many people.
Hollywood North. Hey, we're lucky to be in Canada.
That's right. Hollywood North. That's a cool name. And you know, you're on a really
I didn't coin it.
Oh, you didn't coin it?
No.
It's okay. But they heard it here first. So, hey, if anybody else says it next time, then they'll know it came from your mouth first.
Sweet, sweet.
So you're on this amazing TV series called Van Helsing, which is a big favorite of mine. Our network started really backing up Van Helsing about 2 years ago because we were like, wow, this is so amazing. Actually, more than that, almost 4 years. You're in your 4th season. We started really showing a lot of interest for this series, and we were like, we love it. And then we got Jennifer on the show, and we got Alex on the show, and then we got Rukia on the show, and we got Trizzo on the show. Then it went to Jonathan, your new showrunner, and now we have you. What an amazing path to the new season, season 4. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Oh, what footsteps to follow in. Yeah, I'm so excited. And to come on a show in its 4th season, it's like showing up to like a super well-oiled machine, and everybody's family already, and they just fully welcome you with open arms.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's amazing. And I just don't say that because I chat with hundreds of people a year. I just don't say, yeah, they're cool. No, these guys are amazing because they're very friendly. We always message, and it just feels like we've known each other for so many years. Everybody's loving and caring. And, you know, I'm a huge fan of Jennifer Chion Garcia.
Me too.
I love that gal. She's always the same. And she's getting really tough these days. She's kickboxing all the time on social media, so you got to watch out for her.
I know. Going for her black belt.
Oh, yeah. Watch out for Ivory. So your character on the series is against all the vampires. So what do you do? Who are you on the new season?
So what I can say, because I can't say much because the season hasn't come out yet, you know, and we're building some suspense, right? So Jack is my character. That's her name. And she's been surviving on the road since the Rising happened, basically. So her fighting style is a bit more MMA because she's a little more scrappy because it's kind of fight or flight. But if you're fighting vampires, there's no flight option because they're going to catch you. So if you're not a good fighter, you're going to die. So the fact that she's made it this long is pretty good proof that she knows how to kick some ass.
And she does kick ass, right? Does she kick ass or no?
She does. She takes a couple names. And
I saw your trailer at Comic-Con, and I saw you in the trailer, and you were doing some stuff in it, and that looked really cool.
Hey, it was really cool. I was doing stuff. My friend Double Sally was doing some stuff. I gotta give ultimate props to her. She took me right under her wing and taught me all the cool tricks and helped me out a lot with positioning and stuff like that. I mean, the trailer was awesome. That was the first time I've ever seen it too, and it was so cool to be able to watch it while facing all the supporters that were watching it for the first time also.
Was this your first Comic-Con?
It was.
It must have been a rad experience.
It really was. I've wanted to come to Comic-Con ever since I've been on Defiance, and I finally made it, and it was everything I imagined and then some. The whole experience was seriously crazy. I was on cloud 9 the whole time. I woke up in Vancouver and was like, whoa, was that a dream? And I really hope it wasn't, because that was so cool.
Well, Comic-Con's fun. We've been going there for a long time, and we always meet amazing new people there. And, I met you there, and I was like, she's a very nice person. In real life, you're very lovely. I know on the series they make you very tough and tomboyish, but fans out there, she's actually the opposite in real life. So she won't kick your butt, and she doesn't carry a knife or a sword around. She's actually nicer. So
it comes through with Jack every once in a while. Everybody's walls crack, right? So you'll see some vulnerability in there eventually.
Well, season 4 for Van Helsing is amazing. I remember Alex was on the show. This was last year, and he was like, I don't know if we're going to get a season 4. And we did some fortune telling, and I had this premonition. Alex was like, if we get into a season 4, man, because sometimes I say some things and then things happen. And then it happened, and we were like, dang, you guys got a season 4. And then you got Jonathan Walker to be your showrunner, which is even more cool. So there you go.
Yeah, awesome showrunner, by the way. I think everybody's going to love where he took the direction of season 4, because from what I've seen, just being on set on season 4, the tone, just everything gets elevated. I am so happy that I came on board in season 4.
I can't ask you too much because you have these contracts and you can't say, but when we get showrunners on the show, they know where to push the threshold. So
Jonathan's the one that told me what I can and can't say. So
he told you that.
That's good.
He knows I'm going to ask you too many questions. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. I got a laundry list of
Oh, he gave you a laundry list. So what's the laundry list of what you can't say? What is that?
I can't tell you that. That's literally the list of things I can't tell you.
So what's the list of what you can say then?
I basically covered it.
Oh, that's it?
It's a really short list.
Oh, man.
No, I can say, I can tell you that where she came from. I can tell you there's going to be a lot of action coming, but I mean, Jack's character does get really fleshed out throughout the season, and I really think people will relate to her backstory once that does come through. I'm really excited for people to meet Jack, and I can't wait to actually be able to talk about her because she's really close to my heart, and I put a lot of me into that character, so I'm excited.
That's really cool that you say that because a lot of characters, it takes at least 2 or 3 seasons before the writers get to know them and put their true personality into the character. And you got this from your first season being on the show. So that must say a lot that they handpicked you for this and they actually knew you really well and they put you into this season. That's pretty cool. And I want to bring you back on the show once the season starts so we can actually talk about some of the episodes and you can say something because right now you're like zipping the lip on the show.
Yeah, I know. I would love to come back when I can actually say more stuff and we can discuss the episodes. That would be awesome because I mean, even I geek out, so I'm pumped.
Absolutely, but I had to have you come on now because when I saw you at Comic-Con and I saw you at your fan talk, your panel and all that, and you were actually at the panel, I was like, she must be important to the season that she's at the panel, because there was a lot of people that weren't at the panel, and you were. So that means Jackal Gal must be important for season 4.
Must be.
Or you're like nice and saying, please take me to Comic-Con.
Trust me, I've been saying, please take me to Comic-Con. I've been wanting to come to Comic-Con for years.
That's really cool. That's cool.
This was like super special.
It was,
was
super
wicked,
special for you?
Yeah, it really was. It meant a lot. And like getting to like meet people was really cool. And like it was funny at the signing, like everybody, like I'm sandwiched between Jen and Alex Ponovic. Like everybody's like, oh, Alex, like it's so awesome to see you, right? Because I mean they've been the face of the show for 4 seasons now, and so then they get to me and I can see a little bit of confusion, and I'm like, hey, I'm Nicole. It's like nice to meet you. You don't know me yet, but you'll know me later.
Isn't it cool that
so
they just gave you that love right off the beginning?
Well, exactly. Like that shows a lot. Like. I mean, you know, being welcomed with open arms, and they like, you haven't even introduced yourself yet. Like that meant a lot to me. That was really cool.
I told Jennifer, because Jennifer's came on the show a bunch of times. I've told her, I said, Jennifer, you are gonna be on this series for the next 7 years. And she's like, oh my God, I wish. And look, it's season 4 already. And knowing what I know already, that's going to happen, which I won't say anything on season 4, it's going to take this show to another level, because the new characters that are on are amazing. You know, you're amazing. And there's several new people coming on that are big time actors, not just fresh faces, like people that have been around on The Arrow and other fandom shows, which is really cool.
Oh, we're introducing, we have Neil, we have Trisha, like we got some big guns that show up in this season, and they bring a lot to their episodes. Like, I'm really excited for people to see those. Trisha's Dracula is going to be something to watch, and I'm just going to throw the word like iconic out there, but you know, just me, I'm a little biased, but I really love what she does with it.
So were you a fan of the show before you got hired to be part of season 4? I
was, because the show films in Vancouver, and so I'm a fan of any show, and I'll give all my support to Vancouver shows or even Toronto shows. The things that film in Canada that hire Canadian crew and give a chance to Canadian actors to have speaking roles and supporting roles, and then eventually lead roles. So I'm really big on raising Canada up. So I love shows that do that, and Van Helsing's one of them.
That's wonderful. So you got to see the progression from season 1 to 2 to 3, and now you're part of 4. Is that a little surreal for you?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, this whole job is surreal to me, and I can't believe I've been doing it. I started when I was 4, and you just never know where it's going to take you, and you can't, like, guess. There's no point in guessing, because it's just, you're always going to be surprised, and everything that comes your way is, like, meant to be, and it just always gives you the best experience. So I'm, like, over the moon.
Yeah, you're a very humble person, because you have been acting since you were 4 years old, and you were on another amazing show, Defiance. That was a cool show. I really liked Defiance, and I was so sad when that show got cut, but, you know, it happens. Syfy is an amazing channel. I love Syfy. They're always trying to bring new things, and some things they keep for a long time, but they're always trying to bring new stuff around for people to see. I get it, but Defiance should have lasted, because it had so many cool stories happening simultaneously.
Well, Defiance kind of got stuck right when the president of Syfy was switching. So whoever came on wanted to like shake it up and put their brand on the channel, right? So most of those shows in that generation got basically canceled at that point.
Boo.
Yeah,
boo,
exactly.
Boo, boo. You know what? It's all good, because you went from one amazing show to a new one. And Van Helsing, I don't think it's going anywhere, because you guys brought on Neil McDonough this year.
No, so we sure did. He's insanely talented. Like, just turns it on. I mean, is an amazing, like, person and father, always on the phone with his kids when he's on set. Like, he's awesome. Like, someone to look up to, I'd say.
That's really wonderful. So, answer me this. You're on set for the first time.
Yeah.
Answer me this. You're on set, your first day on set, and you are battling against, I don't know, Ivory or whoever else, and you have your sword or your club or whatever you have in your hand, and you're about to knock someone upside the head. What went on in your mind that second?
What's my battle cry going to sound like?
Like,
you have no idea what talk. to be screaming a lot, especially with stunts. It kind of helps. My first day on set, I'm battling daywalkers. And with stunts, they say, at least I was told, before you hit them, at least from the back or someone, you have to scream or make some sort of noise so that the stunt actor is aware you're about to go for it, right? So there's a lot of grunting and screaming and yelling. I lost my voice that day, but I quickly learned to do vocal warm-up before every day on set.
That's pretty cool. So did you lose your voice sometimes?
Just the first day, and then I never lost it again.
So then kind of like got the pattern. So every time you bang someone in the head, you would go, ugh, and then boom. And then they would know, I'm getting clubbed in the head.
Exactly.
This season, you guys got some cool people you've been working with. So you got Richard Harmon, Trisha Helfer, which is Dracula, like we said before. I can't wait to see that because it looks wicked. You have Kia King. You have Paul.
Who is amazing.
That dude alone is amazing. He's cool, rad. And you have some amazing other new characters, but just to be with Jennifer and Alex and Roland, oh, I love that guy. He is wicked. Did you hear his cries and screams? Did it like make you cringe?
Cringe is not the word. It made me, I don't know, shiver in awe of how those sounds come out of a human body.
It's crazy. It's crazy because he was only supposed to be in certain episodes in the beginning, him and Jennifer, and then because of their amazing acting ability and everything that they did, they kept them on and they became like part of the main ensemble, and they are kind of the faces of the show now.
Well, it's their passion and their dedication to the show and to just acting in general. It like seeps out of their pores, and it's, like influential to everybody on set. So I completely understand why they got kept around and got such an awesome job out of it.
The show has evolved so wonderful. I know in the beginning it was about Vanessa Van Helsing, Kelly Overton, amazing actress. But then after like season 1 and season 2 into season 3, the series starts building bigger characters alongside her. And now I can name at least 10 people on the series that are as important and even not important in most cases for the series. Christopher Heyerdahl, like his new character, but him just acting the whole time so vicious, so crazy. And Trizzo Maharo, that kid, man, I love that kid. He was on the show, such a good-hearted. It must be so fun being with these people.
Yeah, it's like summer camp, acting boot camp every day. Everybody has so much talent and wisdom, and the best part of the cast on the show is everybody's willing to share their thoughts, and nobody's like keeping cards close to their chest. We're all in to like make this thing the best we can, and we're all willing to help each other, like raise our stakes and raise each other up. So like this whole thing, just the quality, just it comes across, and that's why I'm so excited for season 4, because we have like some huge industry vets showing up, as well as like Van Helsing vets, and they've all brought like welcomed the newcomers on and taught us everything they know, and we brought what we brought to the table, and I just think it's going to be like a really cool mix of new and old people.
That's pretty cool to hear it from you, and I know you're going to do amazing in it. What was one of the best moments during the show? Like, can you share like a funny story or something really cool that you're like, wow, this was really cool?
I have so many that come straight to my head that I can't say, but I mean, I'll never forget I really can't. There's so many spoilers in the season because so many things happen and so many like huge story points happen. Like they're really moving the show forward this year. But I mean, I'll never forget my first day walking on the set, and the first thing was a fight scene, and Kelly's there, and I'm talking to her, and I'm just like, well, I've been watching you for like 3 years. Yeah, here you are, and you're talking to me, and you're helping me out, and you're like giving me the tone, and like here we are. I'm just gonna like go kick these like daywalkers butts for a second, and I'm going to come back to you. And the whole thing was just super surreal, and shaking everybody's hands and the writers and meeting Jonathan for the first time. Well, actually the second time, because I met him in the audition room. It was just like surreal, but you always get that feeling when you walk onto a set, like ultimate gratitude basically. And that's like a close feeling. It's amazing. Your heart just swells basically, and you don't forget it.
That's wonderful. And isn't it cool to have a showrunner like Jonathan, where he's an amazing actor himself, so he's coming from both sides, and you can actually go to him at any time and ask for any advice, and he's willing to help and not say, hey, just do your job. Exactly.
He's so giving. I love I love having him on set, and he comes all the time, and he's so supportive, and that's exactly it. If you have a question, like, there's no stupid questions, or if you want to try something, like, he's so down to like let you have a shot or explain something to you. Like, he's a really great showrunner. We're really lucky to have him this year.
That must be so cool. So who's been the most supportive person in the cast so far?
I can't pick one. It's an ensemble cast. Everybody's supporting each other. Like, it's been really cool. I can't pick one. That's impossible.
You can't pick one. That's a good answer, actually. You're answering these really good. Jonathan probably like really told you. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I
don't think he knows I'm doing this, to be honest. He told me like a Comic-Con rundown. I'm extending. This is like the Comic-Con PR rundown. Is what I'm following currently.
Ooh. I'm really happy you came on the show. You know, Kent, he's one of our producers. He reached out to you because after Comic-Con, I was like, hey, there's this new young gal. She's going to be on the show on Van Helsing, because Van Helsing's something really close to our heart. It's close to my heart. I really talk about it. I support it. We, during the season, off season, whatever. And I was like, hey, you got to reach out. You got to get her on the show. And he said he messaged you and you said yes. And that was cool. So thank you. You know, it's nice of you to come on and, you know, share a bit. And I know it's hard for you. I know it's so hard for you, Nicole, because the season hasn't started. You're the new gal on the block and you can't say so much. And, you know, it's tough. And you want to say so much because it's like so much like just waiting to pour out of you.
Exactly. I'm like, you know, when you're at the starting line and the guy's about to like say go, that's where I am right now. I'm waiting and I'm so antsy and I can't wait to come back and be able to just talk everything with you. There's so much to say.
Oh yeah, of
but,
course.
I mean, thank you for reaching out and for suggesting me. I mean, this wouldn't happen if it weren't for you, so I really appreciate that.
Hey, anytime. You're a very cool and funny person, and you are very, how do you say? When I met you, I was like, she's awesome. She's a cool person. Yeah, I meet a lot of people. There's hundreds of people or thousands at that event, and, you know, you see certain people, you're like, that's a really cool person. We have to, you know, chat and bring it out because the world needs to meet you and know you, and they need to see how you feel and how you think and how you're going to be, because you're on this beloved new show that's kicking vampire butt, and now you're a vampire butt kicker on Van Helsing.
Well, hey, I'm excited to meet the world one person at a time, and who better to start with than you?
Oh, boy. That's my show motto. That's cool. You're funny. You're very sharp, actually. That's really good. Thank you so much. Actually, we're going to give you a job here. So
let me interview Jonathan.
That's it. I think you do really good. You know, I need some days off. So what can you...
I got you Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, boy. Let's do it. So what can you bring back from Comic-Con? Like, what was your best experience? What was something amazing that happened and you're like, wow, I never knew this?
Okay. Low-key awesome experience was the golf cart rides. I never knew that actually happened. I always just see those in the videos. So that was cool, but like the actual best part was, I mean, meeting everybody and being at the panel, walking on the stage for the first time and seeing like a room full of people, because we stand behind like a black curtain, so I had no idea who was going to be there.
You didn't know how crazy it was going to be.
I had no idea. I have no clue. The whole day you're running around from like press outlet to press outlet, and you don't even get to like see anything around you, basically, or at least I didn't. I'm like staring at my notes basically that are like shaking in my hands, and then trying to calm down before the interview starts. And then you get put backstage, and then all you hear is like the screaming and the super warm reception, and then all of a sudden you're introducing yourself to the Van Helsing fandom, and you're like, whoa, hi everybody, nice to meet you. And everybody was super cool and welcoming.
Was it bigger than you thought it was?
Yeah, it was. It was really cool.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I had an image in my head, but it was like nothing like what I thought it would be. It was awesome.
What made you want to be on the show? I know it's in Canada, and I know it's something you watched, But do you love fandom stuff? Do you love like vampires? Is there a particular part of it that intrigues you?
I'm a big fan of sci-fi, just being in the sci-fi world, because I love that they can tell important stories and like important themes that are actually happening in our current like news cycle and in our current world, and we can tell them like through the lens of fantasy. That I think is a really fun, like intriguing way to teach people things and just kind of a cool tool for storytelling. So I love being part of the sci-fi world. And there's always like thousands of possibilities. And like, I mean, I love vampires because you can just like dress up how you want. It's the creativity is endless. And I mean, that's why I'm in the business, right? So I love it.
You're absolutely right. A lot of these new TV series are going over things currently in a fantasy way. That's well put. I'm going to use that when I interview someone next time. I'll be like, hey, you know, it's the best thing because you could do current news with fantasy. And they're going to be like, wow, Galaxy, that was so cool. Where did you think of that? I'm like, I don't know. Just thought of that on the whim.
So deep. Oh, yeah, on the whim.
So you love those golf rides, how those golf carts, you like the distance or the bumpiness or just going through crowds with it?
Just being on a golf cart. I don't think I've like done that before. That was awesome. You always see them in the movies, right? People go crazy and they end up on a golf cart. It was fun. They don't go very fast, but it was fun.
I know they don't know. Did you close your eyes at any point and just like feel the energy of all the fans screaming?
No, I didn't. I kept them wide open and tried to soak it all in.
Well, you know, this is the beginning, right? And then once you're actually on the season and the season finishes and all the fans are following you even heavier, it's going to be even bigger than that. And imagine next year at Comic-Con how you're going to feel when you're there and people are like, hey, that's Jack. She's awesome. And they're going to run after your golf cart.
I'm hoping I get a warm reception like that.
They will.
I mean, hey, what is it? Don't count your eggs before they hatch.
No, you could count your eggs. Hey, listen. If you're here this year, you're going to be here next year. I hope it will. I hope you stay for the next 3 seasons.
The next 3? Oh, yeah. I'll take that premonition. Sounds good to me.
I have to say 7. That was my lucky number. When I spoke to everybody a couple of seasons ago, I was like, 7 is the lucky number and maybe beyond that. But we got to hit 7 with Van Helsing because that just makes sense.
7 is a lucky number. Isn't it 6 seasons in a movie? Isn't that what people go for?
Yeah, they go for that, but we're going to go for 7. The lucky number 7.
I like it.
And, you'll be part of it. So don't get killed off and be nice to Jonathan so he doesn't kill you off.
I love Jonathan. Jonathan's the best.
Right? Yeah, Jonathan, she loves you. If you're listening to this, she loves you. Don't give her any boo-boos. You think there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders?
100%, but if anybody can handle it, it's him, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, and he's part of another amazing show called Who Assassins.
The trailer just dropped. That was awesome. A lot of the same stunt actors are on that show. I mean, so it's obviously going to be great. I'm really excited to see it.
Oh, yeah, we're bringing some of the cast members on the show pretty soon, and I can't wait to chat with them about it.
Cool?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a cool series that could have happened or did happen or might happen. So, but Jonathan's involved in a lot of things, which is great. But how about you? What's going on in the future? Because I know you're part of this new season, and I know sometimes you sign exclusivities, but I know you can be in movies. Is there any movies upcoming?
Actually, A Score to Settle is coming out. I have a smaller part in it, but it stars Nicolas Cage, and I'm not sure when that drops, but the trailer just dropped recently.
Ooh.
So I'm excited to see that.
Ooh.
Film that out.
So are you exclusive on Van Helsing? You can't be on any other TV shows?
I think I can be on some shows. I just, am auditioning. When I wrapped Van Helsing, I went and did theater for a little bit. I ran away circus, and now I'm back, and I'm seeing how things go.
You ran away to the circus. Okay, that's a cool way to put it. Theater is a circus.
My second home, basically.
That's pretty cool. So I know you're young yourself, but you've been in this business since you were 4. What advice can you give to anybody else that's trying to go your path?
Just keep going. I mean, there's enough room in this industry for everybody as long as you're willing to support people. Don't get in the mind space of being competitive. Be in the mind space of there's room for everyone, and just uplift each other and train and take classes and enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, you're not in the right industry.
And ever since you were 4, have you seen a big change in Hollywood, like the way things are happening?
Representation, it's still, everyone's still working on it, but boy, has that, it's coming. It's on the up and up. And I'm really excited to see like the next, 5-10 years, how Hollywood's going to grow and evolve. And I'm happy I get to be part of it.
And isn't it cool that everywhere you see your name, they call you veteran of film and television, but you're so young? Does it make you feel old when they say that?
No, it makes me feel awesome.
It makes you feel awesome. You got to be honest. You got to say how you feel. You're like, it makes me feel awesome. Of course it is. I say some trickery so I can see what comes out of your mouth, but that's cool. You got to say, yes, I'm a veteran.
Yeah, shit. You got to own that title if someone's going to give it to you. I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, you are a veteran of film and television industry. That's. Really...
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was like my PR team that came up with that way back in the day. So
that's pretty cool, though. But you are. Yeah, you were great on Defiance. You've been in many projects, and Once Upon a Time, and I can't pronounce this movie. The Pie Wacket. How do you say that?
Pie Wacket.
I said it right.
Like eating a pie and then whacking it.
Oh,
pie
so eat a pie. And you were in Fantastic Four in 2005. People didn't think that you started when you were 4 years old. They were like, wow, this girl's old. She just looks young. But you've been in movies for a long time.
Yeah, Fantastic Four, I think, was my first role in a feature. I had a bigger part, but it was the same scene as in The Incredibles when the old lady's cat gets stuck in the tree and then Mr. Incredible shakes it down. I was the little girl whose cat's in the tree, and then the thing comes and shakes it down. So there was some sort of problem, legal issue there. So then they gave me that other small scene, which was awesome. I was just happy to be in it, to be honest.
I'm gonna go see that scene now. I'm like, hey, that's her. Oh, how cute. And you were in Christmas Princess, and you had a leading role in that. You're actually on the cover. How cool.
Yeah, Richard Harmon's parents directed and produced that.
Really wonderful. So you've been in some cool stuff, and I'm actually going to go and check out some of these so I can be like, yes, she's in this, she's in that, Scarecrow. And one more very important question I asked most of my guests. DC or Marvel? Which one?
I'm a big fan of the old X-Men, so Marvel. But I mean, I'm not going to pick favorites right now so early in my career. That's a horrible move. Keep both doors open.
Hey, you know what? DC television and Marvel movies, that's what I always say. I say it in every episode. I love DC TV, but I love Marvel movies.
I don't think I'm educated enough in that background to be able to give you an actual straight answer, because all I know is I watched the cartoon X-Men before I go to bed.
So, okay, that's a good answer.
That's as far as I go into those universes.
And, years ago you were in a movie called Tooth Fairy, and you worked with the amazing...
Ross? Dwayne?
Yes.
Are you talking about the comedy or the horror? Because I did both.
Well, actually, both. You worked with amazing people. How was that?
It was great. I worked with Lachlan Monroe on the horror Tooth Fairy, and he was my dad on that. And I played my dad in another movie, and now he's just taking names on Riverdale. It's really cool the fun thing about working in the Vancouver industry for so long is you get to see everybody's career path, and everybody kind of rides with you and book all these fun, cool projects that just come to the city.
And it's surreal, and you see
really
someone that was so-and-so in one show, and now they're this big superstar, and you are right there, Nicole. You're right there.
It's just fun to watch people grow and evolve. That's it's awesome.
Absolutely.
It's watching your do good. So it's a great feeling. I love this city.
That's really fun. Is that where you're going to stay at? Are you ever going to trek to Hollywood, or are you just going to stick there and be like, I'm a Vancouveran? Is that how you say Vancouveran or Vancouverian? Or how do you say that?
I'm pretty sure it's Vancouverite.
Vancouverite. That's cool. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to use all this material.
Please do. It's yours.
Well,
what's mine is yours.
Thank you. Well, you've been lovely. I know you have a busy day today. You got so much going on.
I'm just really excited for you guys to see Jack and all of season 4. I think it's really levels up this year, and I think you're all going to be pretty excited with how things turn out.
That's wonderful. And if they want to get a hold of you on social, where do they go?
they go to Instagram, and it's Nicole Munoz 94.
Nicole Munoz 94. Make sure the 94 is there and look at her picture. Find Jack's picture, okay? And then you'll know it's her because there's a bunch of Nicole Munozes, but you're the real Nicole Munoz. How about that?
I don't have a check mark, but I promise I'm the real one.
That's all good. You don't need that, girl. You don't need no check mark.
Nah, it's all good.
It's all good.
No,
Who cares about that stuff?
All good. I don't know.
I
don't know.
It's at Nicole Munoz, and that's MUNOZ 94 on Instagram. Please follow her. Message her. She's really busy. She might reply.
Please.
Who knows? But like I say every time, do not DM her naughty pictures. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, because don't scare her right off the bat.
Instagram blurs it. I have to tap, I don't tap on the blurred one. I've seen one too many weird things.
I know. Well, it's been fun chatting with you. Thank you for all the advice. Thank you for all the cool words, some cool things I learned today, and we're going to use it. And we can't wait to have you back on the show. It's been lots of fun. You're an awesome person. It was wonderful meeting you at Comic-Con. It's awesome chatting with you right now. We're going to keep in touch. We're going to follow your season 4 acting debut on Van Helsing. Not acting debut, but on Van Helsing, because you've been around since you were a 4-year-old girl. Anyways.
Yeah, I bet.
That's it. We love you. Thank you. And we can't wait till you blow up to the universe and, take Jack all the way to Dracula and make that happen.
Well, hey, thanks for bringing me on. It means a lot, and I really appreciate it. It's been really cool to talk to you.
That's wonderful.
I'm excited to talk to you again, when we get to say more.
That's it, right? We couldn't even chat at Comic-Con. It was so crazy and hectic.
Yeah, it really was.
But we'll keep those chats a secret. But this chat is for everyone. And with that said, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This was an amazing episode with the wonderful Nicole Munoz on Comic-Con Radio. Ready, Nicole? We're going to blow him a million kisses. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Mwah. Were those kisses? Or were those little breathing marks? Thank you for all those.
I have a baby boy on my lap right now.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you for...
I have a dog here, so I figured, I'll do real kisses.
That's cool.
I went method for a minute.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Well, we gave a million kisses to all the fans out there. It was lovely chatting with you. We can't wait to have you back on. So please, we're going to bother you again mid-season or whatever. And we're here for you anytime. Reach out, say what's up, and we'll see where we go.
Amazing. I really appreciate that. I can't wait to talk to you again.
Wonderful. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yay. It was lovely having you on, Nicole. You've been wonderful. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to sign out from another amazing episode of Comic-Con Radio. Peace.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Galaxy signing out from another amazing episode of Comic-Con Radio. Tune in for your daily shows of Comic-Con Radio. Go to comiccon-radio.com. Reach us on social media. Instagram at Comic-Con Radio. Comic-Con Radio, taking the world one listener at a time.
That was awesome. Thank you so much for bringing me on. That was really cool.